Hi, sweethearts. It's Tara. Welcome back to Tara's Take. So I decided to sew on camera again, so I moved everything around and got my machine in place. Um, I wanted to make some ruffles for the edges of the pages and maybe even for the front. I'm not going to do the closure yet. I'm going to wait until I get the inside decorated and then I know how big I need it to be, and then we're probably going to do some sewing again because I think I want to do a closure I did with you guys months ago when I first started, and everybody really had fun with that one. It was where we cut the pieces of fabric into squares and then we sewed it onto a base, and it came out really pretty. Here I have one. I actually have both of them right here. So yeah, we did. Here's the blue one we did. And then we did this one with more spring colors. And it turned out so fun. And I haven't used it yet. But I thought that that might be a really pretty closure for this journal. I'm thinking about it. Because of the ring bound, I would have to do 2 of them. And then, you know, have them glued down some way with other materials on top. But that would work. I mean, it'd be fine. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and separate these. I have a few of the pieces that are going to be in there, or like that are on the cover already. I have that one, and then I have the other one I bought with that one, and then I also have this peach flowered, more chiffon. I have a dark green chiffon, and then I have some lace, and to my right over here I have a couple of those pieces that are like the coffee dyed linen, you know, so that I do, and I've showed you guys before. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and I think I'm going to take these 2. Let's see. Should I do that green with this one? I may, because it'll go if I put it underneath. I'll show you guys in a sec. I'm trying to put them together here. Once I get everything together, it'll be easy peasy to get them sewn down. So I was kind of thinking if I don't know if I want that dark green on top. I think I want the peachy colored. I have a peach colored chiffon as well, but I do like this dark green, which would go nicely with a lot of the stuff that's in the journal. Let me see. Okay. I think we'll do that one underneath. We're going to do the dark green underneath. I don't want it to be the main because there's a lot of green in it, you know, the deeper green, but it's, I don't know, it's kind of done differently, a little bit different shading than, you know, we've also got that aqua type turquoise blue from Tina's kit, so got to keep that in mind. Hopefully this will match. If it doesn't, we just won't use it in this project, but it'll get used around the road eventually, or it'll go in a Happy Mail, or, you know, something. Figure it out, but I'm going to give it a shot. So if you guys ever didn't watch the video or did, I do my ruffles pretty, I guess, kind of haphazardly. I get them started with a back stitch. Come on. And then, let's see here, I'm going to take this all the way back to the beginning of the lace there. And then I just squeeze them underneath, okay? So, me and my machine fight about my thread when I first start stuff. So, let's see. I'm trimming that off. I don't want it getting tangled. It's going to get tangled, I know. My machine. So, all right. Okay, so here we go. We're just going to squeeze this under, and can you guys see okay? Should I bring it in a little closer for you? I just kind of squeeze it underneath, and I go slow and just take my time. Unless I have a oops, that's going uneven. Shoot. Unless I have a heavy foot, which I seem to right now. It's because I'm on camera. When I'm not on camera, everything flows perfectly. You know how that goes. Plus, this is chiffon. It's a little bit slippery. And it's 2 chiffons against a lace. So I'm just making sure to pull this to the left a little bit. There we go. There we go. I'm wearing my slippers and it's making it hard for me to feel my pedal. There we go. That's better. Okay. I love this way of doing ruffles because it makes it look, I don't know, rustic, old-fashioned, kind of done by grandma. It's something my grandma would have done. My mother would have sewn it perfectly. You know, my mom was very abide by the rules. My grandma was like, I'm gonna make it by scratch, you know, and she would just kind of, she would get in there and cut her squares and she would make quilts and rugs and all kinds of stuff, you know, and they didn't look perfect, but they're the kind of quilts and rugs and things that you and I nowadays absolutely, when we run across them, just fall in love with. You know what I mean? So yeah, I like this style of ruffle. I think it's fun. The ones that look pretty and perfect are beautiful too. I'm not good at them. I can do them. I've done them. But it causes me to think way too hard. And I don't like that. I have enough hard stuff in my life to think about. I don't want my ruffle to be difficult. I'm not a professional seamstress at all, so yeah. Y'all know that by now, right? You can also, let me grab something here and show you. If I can find my pokey tool. Now, you got to be careful with this because you can break your needle, but you can also use, let me get it kind of under there again. Like that, and you just kind of feed it with something small, you know. But like I said, you got to be careful when you do it like this because you may, I've had it happen where I've hit it with the needle. So, yeah. If you're afraid to get your fingers caught under this part right here, then this is a good alternative. I think we've hit the edge of that lace. There's no need to go any further. I'm going to go ahead and back it up so it cinches it in. Okay. Now, let me back up the camera so you guys, I'm trying not to drop all the material over here I have to my right. Here's this one. I'll just scoot this a little bit so you can see. So there's that one, and it's got the lace, and then it's got the peachy colored flowers and the green underneath. Okay, so there's one. And that could, of course, that could be tacked down with the lace up and just have these colors, you know, as a accent. Now I'm going to trim this at the bottom because it's my chiffon was longer than my lace. Okay, kind of pull on those a little bit and rough them up, and that one's ready. Now let's bring the machine back over and get our threads. Oh, I pulled that out, didn't I? I sure did. Oops, here it is. Oh, never mind, it was just flipped up. Okay, good. Okay, now I'm going to grab this one. It's got pumpkins. It really matches. Here, I'll turn it over. There you go. It matches the front more, a little bit more. And let's see, we're going to sit that on top of the lace and let that be the main part that we see. Pull that in for you guys so you can see. Are you good? Is that too close. Maybe it's not. Looks like it's a little fuzzy. I'm sorry if it's my camera's not. So I'm holding down my threads back here. I didn't do that last time, and that always causes me problems. There we go. So I'm going to back this up first. Okay. And now I'm going to start like I did before. Get that little first couple of ruffles up underneath that foot. Okay. Get that tacked. Now, I might try to use this and see if it works better for me. Let's see. It can get away from you, and then you've got a gap there where you don't have any ruffle. I've had that happen quite often, so I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Because then I have to go back in and try to sew a ruffle there. And I've done it. It works, but, you know, it's just kind of a hassle. And then your threads aren't necessarily at the same point. And I'm using like a peach colored thread on this. I have throughout the whole journal, so I think that I would just stick with that today. I just went ahead and kept that one. I figure that's okay. Looked pretty good, and it matches, you know, the majority. It's so pale that you can barely see it. If you look close, though, it is a peach color. Okay. I'm really debating on this cover. I was kind of thinking, you know, it's such a cute fabric. I don't want to cover the whole thing. Yeah, so I'm a little bit torn on what I want to do with it. That's why I haven't done anything at all with it yet. Because I love that fabric, but I know I need to accent it, you know, with some stuff. And I'm not sure if I want to do that with like some paper that's Mod Podged, some pictures and stuff that I can put on, or if I want to use like some of my yo-yos on the front of it, you know, and keep with that country vibe. I've got some different things I've made in the past that kind of would flow with the theme of our journal. Or do I want to make new stuff? You know, that's what I'm debating on. I'm definitely going to be using some crinkle cut binding. Okay, so there's that one. That's a nice one. That came out good, see? And on the back is the lace. It was a little bit long again, so I'm just going to cut that down and if you end up cutting your thread when you're sewing like that, don't worry too much about it, because you can then go back. If it's going to be something like this that's going to be glued to a page, it'll get glued down and it won't, you know, your ruffle won't tear out. So there's that one. And you know what I think I might do is with some of that crinkle cut binding, put that down the center of these ruffles, because I had ordered that. I told you about it last week from BC Hands, and she made the colors like match what I requested. Now here's the material that is actually on the cover. This is the last one I'm going to do for now. I may end up doing some shorter ones and there's lace on the back of this one. I may end up doing some shorter ones, but I'm not sure yet. We'll see. We'll see. It's a definite maybe. Yeah, these are easy, they're fun, and they look so beautiful. Ruffles are so beautiful on the edges of our pages in these journals. I've got tons and tons of lace that I haven't been using. So one thing I'm thinking about doing on the front cover is some, you know, something with some lace. But I don't, like I said again, I don't want to cover I may make one of my lace page pockets for the inside colors. We'll see about that. I haven't done a video. I've talked about it. I've had a request for that video, and I just, because of my sewing machine thing, I haven't really done it. But I could just, you know, like I have buckled down and just sat down with the sewing machine over here today and the other day. I could do that again. That'll be something we probably do once we get past all these seasonal journals. I told you yesterday, I'm so focused on getting these done in time that I'm not, my videos, I don't know if they're going to be too exciting for you guys. I'm so sorry. I really hope you don't mind doing, like, you know, decorating videos, because that's what my focus is. I'm like, okay, I need to do another video and decorate, you know. And today I thought, okay, I'll go in there and I'll do the ruffles. That'll be a switch up from the decorating. So when I do a decorating one again, it won't be so bad. I just don't want to bore you guys, you know. Okay, go back in and do that little stitch. There we go. So now we've got 3 pages that will have ruffles. That doesn't sound like a lot, but you know, in the scheme of it, if you lay them out right, it looks good. If you do it, you know, throughout. And then also, if you have too many ruffles, you're going to get too bulky on the edge of your pages. I've done that before too, and I don't know. I'll probably do some like pretty laces. So let me pause real quick, and then I will, oh, you know what? I have one more. I didn't realize this peach one fell onto my lap. Shoot. Okay, let's see. Let me see. You know what? I wonder if this would sew good onto here. I've got this crochet lace, and that would make a super pretty ruffle if it would work right. I don't know. I'm gonna try it. I've never tried this before. I'm gonna go for it. What do you guys think? Good idea? Well, I can't hear you saying no, so I'm gonna do it. I think it'll be pretty at least. Even if I don't use it in this one, I can use it somewhere else, I guess. Let me see here. If I go right down the center, or do I want to cut this lace in half? It's going to be a really, it might be a little too thick because this is like 3 inches, or 2 inches, I mean. Where is it? 3? It's really big. Look. Yeah, it's 3. So maybe I should cut one side of it down, but then it's going to lose its little edge, this part. Of course, that part could be on the inside of the journal. Okay, let's try that. Let's see. Oh boy. Ay, ay, ay. I'm over here out of camera shot. Sorry, I can't do it all right there. I'm just cutting probably about 1 inch off of one side over here so that, and then if this works, I'll just pull on these strands and make the lace look, you know, ruffled, like it's, or not ruffled, but edged, like it's coming in, you know, threading. That cool look we all like. Well, I like. I know a lot of us like it because we talk about it a lot. Okay, yeah, this is going to be better. Hopefully this will look good and be usable in there. We'll see, won't we? It was funny when I was showing you guys the stuff, I thought I had some of that peach, and then I couldn't find it, so I was like, oh, well, I guess not. Yeah, it had fallen. I have never sewn into this crochet lace like this, so this is totally different. Let's see, it's Friday, huh? So what do you guys got planned for the weekend? This is going up this Friday, so I don't have any big plans. Right now it's Monday. I'm recording this, but I don't have any big plans for the weekend. But next weekend, I told you, we're going to movies. So, and we're going Hobby Lobby shopping. That's exciting, right? It's always exciting, especially when you live in a little town that's not close to your Hobby Lobby. So, yeah. And you have your husband's permission. Yeah. That's exciting. Gets my juices flowing. This crafty girl. Okay. It looks pretty. It's just kind of hard to push. But you know what? I'm going to add some color to it. If anybody was thinking what I was thinking, how pale this looks, I'm going to add some color to it with some of that crinkle cut binding. And that should make it look very pretty. Oh, it's going off so bad. Oh my goodness. Come on now, T. Hold on. Hold on. I hate that. It really went off. That stinks. Oh well, that part's going to get covered with crinkle cut binding. I can't seem to get it to want to stay. There we go. To the left. It keeps wanting to pull to the right. It's probably because I'm pulling stronger on the right or something when I'm doing this. Duh. Probably. That would kind of make sense. And if you make, like I said earlier, if you find that you have to cut your ruffle and you're cutting across your threading, you know, you're going to be gluing this to the edge of your page or to a page or to a piece of ephemera. It's going to hold. Just take care of it until you get it down somewhere where it's tacked down, and then you'll be good. It'll hold fine. You won't have to worry about like your seam coming apart and the two pieces falling apart or anything, because it'll be glued down. So yeah, at least that's been my experience. Because I see that this piece might be long compared to my page. That's why I mentioned it, because I'm probably going to end up doing some tacking on this one myself. Maybe a couple, maybe one of the other ones, that there was one of them that came out pretty long. So, okay, come on. You know what I wish? I wish that we could all be together in the same room and craft together once in a while. Wouldn't that be awesome to do like Gail and have like conferences where you have your crafting, some, you know, weekends, getaways? Oh, that'd be so fun. Oh, that looks nice. Look at that one. That's pretty. Oh, I'm going to have to do more sewing with my little old crochet lace that I have. I have not thought to really use it for this. That is nice. Me likey. And then the edge, of course, one edge is really, you know, solid because of the lace, and then this side is more, you know, raveled. So yeah. And I mean, I could cut a portion of this edge off and make this raveled as well, and then it would look, I think I might do that. Okay, I'd have to be really careful here. Yeah, I don't want to mess it up. Anyway, you know me, I might mess it up. Okay, so now I'm going to pause and I'm going to move this baby out of our way, okay? I'll be right back. All right, guys, so I am looking here real quick to see, because I've got a lot of stuff on these pages already, and so some of these I don't think will maintain a ruffle because of what I've already laid down. But I'm looking because, like, I could do some lace along this. That would be cute. Along that edge next to this little guy. And it wouldn't take up a ton, you know, of space. So let's put a piece of lace here with this little man. I feel like this page is kind of barren, even though it's pretty. It's just not finished. I think I mentioned that to you guys in the last video that I did. Or not last one, but the one like on Wednesday, I believe I mentioned that I feel like this page needs work. So there's something new that'll add some interest to it. And we'll do, I may do something like a word up here, like journal or something, so they know, you know, this space is left open for them. Okay, so I'm gonna set those aside. This one I'm looking. Let me see. Oh, that's kind of cute. That's cute. Or down here, I'd kind of like it more up at the top. This opens like this, and you can write, you know, it's a journaling space. So we'll see. I don't think I'm going to put it yet. Possibility. Now this one would definitely look cute with something. This color is so off from what is in here, except for like the browns and the yellows and maybe the orange. But this thing here kind of, I almost think it detracts from the design of this fabric until you open it, and then you begin to see the reflection, you know, what I've done with it. But it's sitting here like this. I was thinking to match up. Oh, this one is pulling on me. The very thing I told you guys not to worry about. There we go. I'm pulling it back in. Okay, so I accidentally cut through this one. So that's what I was telling you about. Anyways, I'm thinking on the top here, or even the lace with that one through, showing through. Which way do you guys think? I think I'll do that side. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put this down. Wait, let me check if I can get this side to pull and kind of seal this thread here real quick. I'm going to trim this, and then that way it'll be so it's not moving. And then I'm going to trim this off here. That's what I was talking about. If you can get some glue on your thread, it'll stop it from unraveling. Okay, now we're going to glue this down on the top edge. This hot glue works great with these ruffles and stuff to hold them without any hassle. It's like, oh, except when you accidentally fold it in. Wait a minute. I need to not speak before I look at what I'm doing, huh? There. Oh my goodness. That's funny. I am constantly making a fool of myself with you guys. At least you'll always know that you're not alone. Us crafters are human. We sure are. And now, even now, I've got to pull it because it's not even. I can feel it, which is fine. It's okay. It's going to be covered up. I put it over too far on the side. Of course, with it being a... No, because this is... Okay, never mind. Yeah. With it being a ring binder, I don't think it's going to matter as much if it goes over the edge on this side here, simply because it's going to, you know, hang outside of the journal. Now, I want this to come up above the page just a little bit so that you can see it out here. Okay, there we go. All right. Come here. There. There we are. So get that down. Where's my scissors? Trim this off. Now, I'm going to get the glue real quick on here before this has a chance to move. And I'm going to glue this seam again so that my thread hopefully will not unravel too much. It did a little bit, but I'm going to see it did. It's down here. Okay, so let me pull this. We're going to cut this and then I'll glue it. There. There we go. Sorry, I'm being really loud. I apologize. All right. So we have this little piece that, like, on some, if this were not built how it is, this would be something that we could put like at the bottom, you know. So we'll do that somewhere in the book to use that up. I'm gonna sit down. I've been standing this whole time. Okay, so now we have that piece on there. I love ruffles coming out the top or out the bottom. I also love the torn edge showing really well. Okay, so I'm not going to put anything on this one or on this one, I think. Well, let's see. Maybe this would be a cute spot. Actually, I don't know. Nah, because I don't want to cover these little guys. They're pretty cute. I'll probably put like a slice of a ribbon or something down the side there. Something like this. Watch. I have this thin orange ribbon that could go just, you know, down the side. You know me, if I have to, I'll lift this leaf and then re-glue it down. But yeah, something like that. Or even just on the bottom here, like that. Just to give it a little extra something, but not today. I'm not sure yet if I want to do that or not. Okay. Let's see. I did this one this morning at, I decorated this page this morning at like 2 o'clock, no, 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning. I couldn't sleep. I woke up at midnight and could not sleep. So I've been up all those hours. I'm tired. Now this page, let's see here. Oh, I need to trim this string. I didn't trim it off. This page, not that one, but we could do, I'm kind of thinking, where's the other one? I thought I had another one I did. Oh, I guess I already used it. Okay. I was kind of looking at the pages that haven't had any decoration on them yet, except, well, this one's got a little, I guess I just need a card in here. That one can go over here. But I was thinking that, like, yeah, something like that. I kind of like that lace on the top, but then this makes that cloth upside down. Let me see. This has some darker green on it. Maybe we could use this here. Or it can be the peachy color. This one is a little small for up there. Yeah, I'll look through. That's a maybe. So is this one here. Yeah, because that one's got that pink. I don't really want on there. Now this page could use something. Definitely. I'm opening my glue real quick. I'm gonna use it on this ruffle here. If I can find a pin that will open it up. My glue's been sitting here for a while. Sorry. Okay. As you can tell, you can tell I'm tired, right? Because I'm being too quiet. I'm being really quiet, aren't I? I know that's not like me. I'm so sorry. I'm just trying to get this to stop. I want it to do like I told you it would work, doing that. Yeah, I think I'm going to glue this one here, and then I will be, the reason I'm doing this is because I'm going to curve this, and I want to make sure that the glue is directly on the right place for this thing. I'm going to bring it around the corner like this, and let it kind of hang out. And then what I was talking about with your thread, once that's down, it's not, the seam's not going to come up because you've got it glued. I did add a little glue on the tips of these ends just to make sure. But yeah, now what I'll do is I'll put a piece here that'll kind of flow into this little curve that I made. Okay, oops, that needs to stay out because it's not decorated yet. Now these are more Tina's pages, and as you can see, I have not distressed them. These have been distressed. Okay, these have not, and they just do not match the rest because it's too blue and too pink. I didn't take that into account when and I think a lot of it too is my printer or my paper, because if you recall, I'm using that matte paper that makes everything more vibrant. If I used the cardstock, it's duller and it blends better. But there's no orange except for like right here in these, and so it's kind of hard. I may end up you know, using these in another time. I don't know yet. We'll see. We'll see. I think I can make them work, but I definitely believe I'm going to have to put the ruffles that look like this type of material onto pages that are more geared toward that tone. I'm going to grab my distress ink real quick. What time is it? Okay. And I'm just going to distress this a little bit before I glue anything down, because I don't want to have to fight with the ruffle once I'm done, because I already know this page is going to be too white to my eyes. I don't want to cover this page. I just want it to be decorative here on the edge. I want them to still be able to utilize this to write with. I'm not sure I want it here. This is both sides, it's the writing. Okay. What I did earlier on other pages that had writing is I just like glued a little leaf, or I think you guys were with me when I was doing that. And that just gives a little extra interest to the page without taking away from their ability to write. So I'll probably put it on this page because, yeah, I think I will. I'm looking to see which way I want to sit this. And I am going to also, you know what, I'm going to grab that real quick. My, what did I do with that? Oh, girls, I've got stuff everywhere. Ah, no, that's the beads. I'm looking for my ball that has my, oh, I can't find it. My edging, my crinkle seam binding stuff. Sorry, I'm having to look for it real quick. That's weird. I'm not seeing it. Which is really, really weird. I'm gonna pause for a second. Sorry, guys. Hi, found it. I knew I had it. I was like, no, it's here somewhere. So anyways, what I was gonna say is show you. I got some really dark greens and orange. Some, let's see, oh, this one's really pretty too. She did some really nice colors for me. Just does an amazing job. I love these. Look at these. That is such a cool green. It's like a sage. A little bit darker than her sage. She has one that is a sage that is just beautiful. And then she did all these gorgeous browns for me. I asked for darker colors in this mix. And then she did this beautiful dark blue. She's very gifted with this. Okay, and then this one too. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? So pretty. Okay, so we are going on this piece is what I'm looking at. I actually really like this dark brown against it. And we've got this one that's a little too reddish looking. That's nice. This green's pretty. I'm thinking to just take it, down the center. Actually, I should hold it up to this page, really. No, that one. A tiny little bit right there has a brighter orange on it. Look at that. It would probably be this one, huh? We're going to tear this open and look at it before we say yay or nay. Okay. That matches. It definitely matches. I'm kind of leaning towards one of the greens only because it will be more of a contrast. I love contrast. And so this green, I think, is a little bright. I think this darker has more of the tone that I'm looking for. Let's see. I know it doesn't go with this, but what I have that would look good with that is, yeah, it's too springy. Now this one's pretty, but I don't think I have enough of it. No, it doesn't go either. No, never mind. That one's nice. Let's see. Oh yeah, there you go. Okay, that one. That's the one. Woohoo! It was on the bottom. I didn't even see it until then. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I use the art glitter glue when I do glue for the crinkle seam binding, crinkle cut seam binding. I don't know how you say it. Anyway, I always kind of have to hesitate when I say it because I'm going to say it wrong. Anyway, you know what I'm talking about. So I use the art glitter glue, and I love to get it nice and crinkled before I lay it out too. So I always kind of crinkle it a little bit. And then where is that glue? What did I do with you? I bet you fell, of course. It fell. Anyway. Okay. So we're just going to go down this seam right here. And I don't even know. I'll leave it and put it on the whole thing. I was going to say, I don't even know if I'm going to use this whole thing on the page, but even if I don't, this particular seam binding looks good, so I'll probably just keep it with this one and use it anyway, no matter, even if I don't use the whole thing right now. Now I am going to trim this little rough edge off and lay this out. And I just kind of let the binding, unless it doesn't have enough crinkle in it, I kind of let it fall where it's going to fall. I will fold it like that and try to get more crinkle in it. But if it's got a good crinkle, I just let it land where it's going to land. And if you hold it with this art glitter glue, I haven't really used regular tacky glue. I know it works, but it might take a minute longer. I always use the art glitter because it dries faster and I get a quicker result out of it, Now this part here doesn't have as much of a crinkle, so I'm going to fold it back in on itself where I can see that it was kind of crinkled. and hold it down there and try to get that to stay. Now because that actually is showing right through there, I'm going to press this down and yeah, make that come across there. Okay. All right, there you go. So there's our crinkle seam binding little edge. I love that. How's that look to you guys? Good. It looks good. It matches really well. So now we're going to take that and go on this page. Okay. All right. Perfect. Yeah, I had cut it. It's okay. Or it actually, I think it sewed exactly the size I needed it to be. And then I'm just going to run my hot glue. I usually do about, 2 streams of it down. And I think I'll make this, now I'm going to make this from the top. Okay. And then I flip it before it gets a chance to dry and move it so that it's where I want it to be. Okay. And see, that looks nice on this side along the edge. It's got the lace coming out. And then this side, and then we'll put something pretty here. Either I'll put a pretty picture here within this frame and then maybe do some words or something, or I'll do a whole piece of ephemera. I'm not sure yet, but it's found a good home. Now, this one, what time is it? Okay, we're good. This one, I'm thinking, can be more geared towards pages with Miss Tina's stuff, And we don't have anything. Yeah, that looks pretty. Grab her stuff out of here. The ones, hers do definitely have a peachy tone. So that was a little more pink. Let's see. There's a lot of pink. I want to say that this is mostly due to that paper, because I know that her kit totally matched with, and if you look at my cuts on her kit that were printed out on cardstock, they are definitely a flatter, not so bright. I love the vibrancy of the matte. However, as you can see, and this was the matte cardstock. It was cardstock, but it was still a matte. And it gave that photo paper, which if you don't want that kind of vibrancy, yeah, don't use it for certain projects or aspects of your project. We're just dingying this up a little bit. That don't sound good, but for us, dingy is vintage. Dingy means good. Okay. Let me see. Now, does that help? Yeah, that's better. Now I have nothing here yet, so it's really hard to tell what this is going to look like. What I can do, because of this peach, what we can do is we can find a pretty toned crinkle cut binding that will match both of these and bring them together. Okay, so we've got, I'm looking at the more neutral tones, but like, let's see. Yeah, see, that'll bring these all into one place. This one will too, because of the beigey, but I think I'm going to go with this one. It's warm and goes with that mushroom. See, matches that nice. I hope that looks good on the camera. I can see it on you know, from where I'm standing in person, but it's hard to tell if it looks as good to you guys or not. Now I am going to trim the edge of this right here because it's way off, and unravel it, I should say. Is this end better? Yeah, let's do this end. Okay, so I think, yeah, let's do the binding first, and then we'll worry about getting it glued down. Okay, so let's get our glue. Glue, glue, glue. Praise God. I'm going thicker than I usually do, you guys, just so you know. I usually do this a little bit thinner, the art glitter glue, because it can show up like it did on that other one in the crinkle cut binding, seam binding. It'll, I don't know, you know, show through where you don't really want it to. So, let me see, how long do I need this? I'm probably only going to put this on so that I have it open for other colors if I want. And again, I'm going to trim this fuzzy off at the end. There's always a little bit of fuzz. Okay. That's just what I do. If you like that little fuzzy look, then leave it. I do like it on other stuff, just on this I don't as much. I don't know why. Okay. Oops. Stop sticking to my hands. They're so gluey. There we go. I guess it could also help if you let that art glitter glue sit for just a second, like I did, because now it seems to be holding faster than it was. Strings stuck to my dry skin. Do you guys do that? Is your skin dry? Mine is so dry between the cold and then in the summer it's dry because it's Arizona, you know. So I mean, you kind of you know, you're kind of in a corner on that one. You can't really get away from dry skin out here. And because of it, then when I get glue all over myself, let me make sure this is going to fit. When I get glue all over myself, I end up, everything wants to stick to me, which is so annoying. Now, okay, we're going to go ahead and put some hot glue down and get this puppy on there. Okay. All right, let me see. Oh, good. That looks pretty on the other side. Good, good, good. Okay. Now go ahead and trim this off. Trying not to cut the paper. I'm going to put some glue here so it makes sure it kind of seals that end. There. All right. So there's that page. Now whatever I put on here, I'm going to make sure it matches, that it brings this together. So, okay. Now, let's see. We still have this baby, and then we have this piece, okay? So this one, you know, I'm not sure about, to be honest, about using this one with this project. I'm bummed because I know this material looks good in it, but I think because I added that green, I don't know that I like it that much. How about we put some green in the center that would go, would this one match? It doesn't. No, it does not. No, no, no. I was thinking last night, and I'm not putting any guarantees out there, but I was thinking last night, I have enough stuff to make like 4 autumn journals, and I was thinking maybe I should make another one. Now, if I added this dark green to this, then that would pull this together, you know. I'm not sure if it would pull this together for this journal, but it would definitely pull this piece together. I think I'm going to wait on that, and yeah. And what time is it? So we are good. I think that's going to be it for today. I am going to get this straightened up and probably do another video decorating some more of this journal for Saturday, for tomorrow. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I hope you know how much I love you and how much I enjoy your company when I'm doing this. And if you guys need anything, if you need prayer or anything, you know you can let me know, okay? And I love you, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.